The adventure to Basho Valley in Skardu, Pakistan, northern areas. A thrilling winter journey. With excitement in the air and a slight chill on our faces, we geared up for one of the most thrilling off-road adventures of our trip. Basho Valley, known for its untouched beauty, dense pine forests and snow-capped peaks. This hidden gem of Gilgit-Baltistan promised to be an unforgettable experience. A convoy of rugged 4x4 jeeps parked outside the hotel headed off to Basho Valley. Skardu to Basho Valley is about 40 kilometers. It will take us approximately 2 to 3 hours depending on road conditions. Route we'll be taking is Skardu via Sandas to Basho Bridge and then on a rugged dirt road to Basho Valley. The moment we left the highway, our off-road adventure truly began. The smooth asphalt vanished, replaced by a narrow dirt track. Rocks shattered like nature's version of speed bumps, and an incline that made us question our life choices. Just when we thought things couldn't get any more thrilling, we approached the legendary suspension bridge. A bridge so narrow, it looked like it had trust issues with our Jeep. Hold on tight, we are crossing the suspension bridge. As we approached the suspension bridge, the wooden planks swayed slightly. As the Jeep rolled in onto it, the sign at the start of the bridge said, "Only one Jeep at a time on the bridge." With every plank creaking beneath us and the Indus River raging below, our driver confidently reassured us it's totally safe. Did we believe him? I don't think so. The boats creaked under the weight of our Jeep, and for a brief moment we all mentally updated our wills. But our driver completely unfazed. "Bhai, ye to normal hai. Brother, this is normal," he said, grinning. We all nervously laughed, gripping the seats as the Jeep makes it safely across. But hey, what's adventure without a little fear? We made it across, all limbs intact, and continued our bone-rattling journey up the mountain. As soon as we left the suspension bridge, it was like stepping into a real roller coaster, only with more bumps, more dust, and way fewer safety regulations. All you could see were massive rocks and potholes, and the Jeep jerking up and down. We were bouncing like popcorn in a hot pan. Oh, that's a good saying. As our driver expertly maneuvered through the rocky terrain. Forget seatbelts. What we really needed were shock absorbers for our spines. At times it felt like we weren't driving on the road, but rather surviving it. Our Jeep twisted, turned, and bounced like a popcorn kernel in a hot pan. Basho Valley, at an altitude of 3,600 meters above sea level, is a hidden gem of northern Pakistan, offering an experience that touches both the heart and soul. The off-road Jeep track, approximately 10 kilometers long, takes around 1.5 to 2 hours to navigate in winter with fewer tourists and minimal traffic. From the opposite direction, the drive becomes an adventure in itself. The narrow, single-lane path demands skillful maneuvering as drivers expertly navigate sharp turns and unpredictable terrain. As we ascended, we passed through Sultanabad, Barthankar, and Farmashot, small Balti villages where the warmth of the locals contrasted with the freezing winter air. The Balti people, known for their hospitality, greeted us with smiles despite the harsh weather. The name Basho itself comes from the Balti word for raisin, a tribute to the valley's abundance of grape orchards. Basho Valley transforms with the seasons, each revealing a different facet of its beauty. In spring and summer, wildflowers bloom in lush green meadows, while autumn paints the valley in hues of gold and crimson. But in winter, Basho is a land of silence and serenity, where pristine white snow blankets the valley, reflecting the golden rays of the sun against the majestic peaks. The temperature at the top dipped to minus 20 degrees, yet sheer beauty of the landscape left us in awe. The rugged mountains stood tall and proud, the snow-capped peaks piercing the endless sky as if in silent sujood to their creator. The valley, blanketed in white, reflected the light of the sun like pearls scattered by the heavens. As we drove higher, the silence of the valley was interrupted only by the crunch of snow beneath our tires and the occasional chirping of mountain birds braving the cold. चलो कहीं दूर निकल जाएं, जहां वादियां में सिर्फ खामोशी बोले और हम सिर्फ हुस्न फितरत का एहसास करें. Let's escape far away, where the valleys speak only in silence and we lose ourselves in the beauty of creation. Beyond its natural beauty, Basho Valley is also home to rare wildlife, including the elusive snow leopard, ibex, and markhor. Whether you visit in spring, summer, autumn, or winter, this valley promises breathtaking views, thrilling outdoor adventures, and memories that will last a lifetime. Basho Valley is not just a destination, it's a spiritual experience where every turn reveals a new masterpiece of divine creation. Time to walk, guys. Our jeeps could not go further. If we wanted to reach Basho Valley, we had to climb the rest of the way. The team stepped out, adjusting backpacks and starting the steep, slippery hike. The climb brutal, the air thin, the snow deceptively slippery. With each step, we felt like mountaineers attempting Everest, except our biggest struggle was not falling on our backsides. Let me tell you, walking in snow is an Olympics level sport, and I mean it. Walking in snow is an Olympic level sport. The steep incline, the thin air, and our suddenly heavy backpacks turned this trek into the most intense leg day workouts of our lives. I won't lie, halfway through we all considered calling for a horse. We were slipping, struggling, and taking deep breaths while climbing the slope. Every step felt like a test of endurance. When we got off our jeeps, we were greeted by the local kids, adorable young boys, no older than 10 and 12, running up effortlessly in the snow, smiling. Each of us were paired with one local child who became our personal guide. This little mountain experts taught us where to step to avoid slipping, laughed at our clumsy city legs, and even offered to carry our backpacks and jackets. Absolutely legends. With the encouragement and guidance, we powered through step by step, breath by breath, until finally we made it. Imagine being out hiked by a 10-year-old in sneakers while you are huffing and puffing in thermal gear. Humbling. After several breaks, dramatic sighs, and moments of I can't do this anymore, we finally reached the top. And the view worth every aching muscle. Trust me, the view was worth every aching muscle. And there it was, Basho Valley, a scene so breathtaking, so surreal, that every struggle instantly felt worth it.
बर्फ आया पूरा
A snowy paradise. We stood there speechless. The valley stretched before us, a stunning canvas of white peaks, a frozen river, and pine trees dusted with snow. The only sounds, the gentle flow of water and our own breaths. The sound of the river, the snowflakes gently falling, the golden sun peeking through the mountains. It was, trust me, it was pure magic. Time for some poetry now, I should say. मिट्टी की खुशबू, बर्फ की सफ़ेदी, आसमान के साए में ये ज़मीन भी जन्नत लगती है. The scent of the earth, the purity of snow, under the vast sky, this land too feels like paradise. Time for some hot chai now, chips and snow fights. To warm up, we treated ourselves in piping hot chai and crispy fries from a local vendor. Nothing, I mean nothing, tastes better than a steaming cup of chai and hot fries after a tough climb. We paid rupees 700, approximately around 4 Australian dollars for it, but in that moment it was worth millions. We sat there in the heart of the Himalayas, surrounded by snow-covered peaks, indulging in pure bliss. As we made our way back down, hearts full, feet frozen, we knew this was a journey we did never forget. The adventure, the struggle, the kindness of the locals, and the beauty of Basho Valley. This was Pakistan at its finest. Have you ever trekked through deep snow? Would you take on the Basho Valley challenge? They say what goes up must come down. And let me tell you, coming down was a whole new level of chaotic fun. The uphill climb had been tough, but walking downhill was an adventure of its own. The snow had melted slightly, making the path even more slipperier. It was a game of balance, reflexes, and, well, gravity. It was less of a descent and more of a controlled slide. Every few meters, someone would lose their footing, and the whole group would burst into uncontrollable laughter. At some point, we stopped fighting the inevitable and just embraced the slips. Some of us even invented new ways to slide down. Who needs snowboards when you have thick winter jackets and a little courage? Back to the jeeps, a thrilling ascent. With snow in our boots and smiles on our faces, we hop back into the jeeps, ready for the return, right down the same insane road we had climbed up earlier. But the descent wasn't any easier. The one-lane dirt track cut through the mountainside looked even narrower from up here, and just passing through local villages, a glimpse of life in the mountains. As we descended, we passed through small mountain villages, places where life moves at its own beautiful pace. Despite the harsh winters, the people here live with warmth and resilience. Kids ran out to greet us, the cheerful waves, a reminder of the simple joys of travel. From off-road madness to snowy struggles, from thrilling suspension bridges to slippery heights, our Basho Valley adventure had it all. And as we stood down, from off-road madness to snowy struggles, from thrilling suspension bridges to slippery heights, our Basho Valley adventure had it all. And as we stood there, tired but exhilarated, one thing was certain. This was a journey we did never forget. Have you ever experienced an off-road adventure like this? What's the craziest road you have traveled on? Let us know in the comments. When we thought this can't get crazier, another jeep appeared, heading straight towards us. Welcome to Pakistan's mountain driving culture, where two jeeps, both refusing to back down, engage in a silent negotiation of who will reverse first. Our driver, calm as ever, reversed to the very edge of the cliff, giving just enough space for the other jeep to squeeze through. One wrong move, and well, let's not think about that. And just like that, business as usual, just another day on the craziest mountain roads in the world.